all blocked out. They got it all blocked out. They got it all blocked out. The election and that shit. The convention and that shit. Every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Cheers.
What up, yo? Happy Wednesday, dipshits.
Happy Wednesday, shit dips. So, we're getting high. We're getting high with us before the show officially begins because it's fun.
Yeah, and what a slow opening. Usually we come in a little bit hotter than this.
So I had because I had duck tones on in the background. It kind of put a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, totally screwed up the vibe.
I just want to note that I think last episode on Sunday, I don't think we had our fucking disgruntled, exit guy during the music. Did you play a different version of the intro song?
I want to remove him. I want to just have the collage of us saying it. Well, me mostly saying "Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast"
Without the pissed off guy.
Yes.
But how do we attain the pissed off guy vibes? Because I sort of like that shit. Without doing the pissed off guy, how do we accomplish that same intensity? Then we'd have to come in when the music stops after we have that montage thing, and then we should just come out loud, just like firing all guys.
We are on Twitch. That's not true. You should check again. You're not live on Twitch is completely incorrect. We are in fact live on Twitch. Well, what are you saying? We are on Twitch.
I'm
you don't know.
Twitching right now.
Control that.
Yeah,
I
control
control
we're not
that.
on Twitch. We're on Twitch.
Well, secret to be exposed is I just put us on Twitch. So, like I just added, we were always on Twitch, but I didn't share it to Twitch this time, so I just readjusted it to share it on Twitch. Anyway, I'm gonna just.
It's a lot of sharing. You're oversharing right now.
I'm gonna overshare. I'm gonna share this clip I found, and I just thought it was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. How do I get this full? I guess I'll have to do it like this. Whatever.
Yeah, you got to do it middle style, right down the fucking middle.
I gotta restart it because it didn't play the audio.
What's up with that audio syncing?
No, this is a different problem. This is just user error.
It's over, baby! It's over! First phrase in the book! And that's the bottom line! Because Stone Cold said so! Somebody give me a hell yeah!
Last day of school, guys. The last day of school.
That kid was was obviously raised right. He was obviously raised right.
100%. But when he gets to the bus, he goes,
It's over, baby!
It's over, baby. It's over.
First phrase in the book!
First grade in the books.
And that's the bottom line! Because Stone
It's
Cold
so
said
awesome,
so.
man.
Somebody give me a hell yeah!
So, like,
But what's bugging me out is, like, do you ever see that viral clip of the kid going up to Hulk Hogan doing the whole brother thing and doing the whole Hogan act?
Uh-huh.
Right now, that kid is at least 30 years removed from any sort of fucking Hulkamania, right?
Yep.
This kid is easily 20 years removed from any sort of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Removed. Like, he was born 20 years after that hype was going. So his dad is watching old wrestling videos all fucking day long, because there's no way that you could be that well versed. I mean, because I do shit like this.
Yeah.
I still do the whole New Age Outlaws speech and everything.
Man. Yeah, man. This shit sticks with you. And you know what? I made my son watch Hell in a Cell, Mankind versus Undertaker, and he was like, "This is insane." I was like, "Yeah, they don't do this no more."
Yeah, they're not allowed to. The Hell in a Cell '98 is definitely, like, if you're gonna, it's like Yeah, you're introducing cream of the crop attitude era.
For real.
And yeah, but you literally get all of it in that one pay-per-view. In that one, I think it was it an In Your House Hell in the Cell? I think it was. I don't think it was just a Hell in the Cell match. I think the whole thing was circled around it. The original one they had was Shawn Michaels. I think it was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, right?
Wasn't that a ladder match?
No. The famous Shawn Michaels ladder match is Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental belt. And that's like the one that they tried to match every single ladder match afterwards. Like it was like every single fucking ladder match was just like another replica of that. And then it was like, well, what do we do? And it was like, let's add more ladders. So now it's like, well, not now. I at least John Cena era, they would just be 20. The Hardy Boys, there'd just be 20 ladders. And
John Cena era.
Yeah, but they call it they have like the PG era, I think they call it, or something like that. I wasn't watching then. I totally fell off.
Yeah, he wasn't. I fell off probably right after Degeneration X broke up and all that nonsense happened, which is a long time ago.
When they absorbed WCW and the NWO came into WWE. Yeah, and that's sort of when it started getting like a little diluted. And The Rock left shortly after that to become Hollywood Rock. Who could blame him now? Now the thing is, like, if you were a fan back then and he bounced and you were like, oh, it's going to be lame without The Rock. And it was like, well, obviously he went on to do this, and now become like the
biggest movie star on the planet, basically.
All right. Now, as far as movie stars go, now, is he one of the physically okay? Is he the physically biggest for his level of stardom? You know what I mean? Do you think like
physically, size wise?
Is there anybody who's just as famous as him who's bigger? Physically.
Batista's pretty big.
He's not. The Rock is more famous than Batista. Batista's close. You're close. That's close because he was in Guardians. He's in all these movies. In the M. Night Shyamalan movie, he's like getting roles and shit.
He was in a bunch of. He was in Bushwick the movie,
and he was in some. He was in some zombie movie.
Yeah, the Army of the Dead.
But he is getting a Disney paycheck, so you know what I mean. He is
notorious the cheap though.
Yeah, but they also pay The Rock. You know what I mean. But my point is like physically being like. Who's alive that's as big of a star as The Rock is? Like as big of a person. And you can't say and I mean like a cheap way out of it is just be like a fat person. Just be like, who's fat and more famous than The Rock?
There aren't many people. There aren't many people, man. Remember for a while he was known as the franchise saver?
Like for the Fast and the Furious, he was.
If you have a franchise that's like
well that
failing and you want to resurrect, you just get the Rock.
Well, didn't they put him in the sequel for The Mummy? Like he was like in the sequel for The Mummy, right? First, like that was like his first big role. He was the Scorpion
King? Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't do the Scorpion King movie until like a couple of years later.
And like did he play the Scorpion King? I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah. But and I think in the second Mummy, he was like a resurrected, like pharaoh or resurrected warrior, something or other. And at the end of the movie, he's just like The Rock's body, like a centaur, and he's got a scorpion. He's like The Rock's torso on a scorpion's body. Yeah, that guy right there. Yeah, that's what he was not in the Scorpion King. That was what he looked like in the Mummy Part 2. Yeah. And then they did the Scorpion King, which is a prequel backstory of his character. And
that didn't match the second movie.
It didn't.
Because they made him he's the hero.
Yeah, and he like totally like he had liberties in the script and stuff like that because he at that point he was getting fucking really big. And then this is all pre fucking. Oh look, Michael Clark Duncan, may he rest in peace. Yeah, that was all pre fucking Fast and the Furious because he didn't join that shit until like 4 movies in or some shit. Because like you said, he had to save. he had to save the franchise at that point. And then they ended up making him and Jason Statham's character have a spinoff, which seems like they're just grasping at straws at that point. But people still fucking go see these movies worldwide. Like, that's why they're on like the 9th film. Aren't they on like 9 or 10?
I don't know how many Fast and Furiouses there are. I stopped watching them. Oh, that's right. Hobbs and Shaw. They had a ride based on this in Disney. Was it Disney or was it Universal? It might have been Universal.
Maybe Universal. But, yeah, and even that had a star-studded cast. So, technically, Ryan Reynolds was in a Fast and the Furious movie.
Did you see them making Moana 2?
Yeah, that's the point that I'm trying to get to. The Rock ascended to become such a huge movie star that I think didn't this Moana shit like break the internet the other day or some shit? Didn't some shit go down from the
I
release
didn't
of it?
even know about it. My wife had to be like, oh, they're making a Moana 2, making this 2, they're making another Disney this and that, and they're making what the fuck's a movie?
Well, what I'm saying is like you don't throw on the YouTube and fucking get like your little middle ads that'll have some of these fucking ads. Now they're outright commercials. They're not just like your run of the mill YouTube ad for like medium to small time products that are trying to get exposure with cheap advertising. There's like bounty commercials and stuff now, like all the time. Like I started noticing it last year more. You know what I mean? After I would see 1 or 2 car commercials here and there, because it used to start with like that, like car commercials and shit, and then now it's just like outright like dish soap is being sold on YouTube.
So it looks like The Rock's last big movie that was a success.
That was a hit because Black Adam bombed, right?
It might have been Jumanji.
Jumanji, yeah, probably.
Black Adam is like 50% 38% positive reviews.
Yeah,
Hobbs
it
and
did
Shaw,
pretty bad.
It was 67%, so a little bit higher. Red Notice,
Yeah, but
movie existed, 37%. Fast X, 56%. Moana 2 doesn't exist yet.
So Fast X is 10. That is 10. They have 10 fucking movies.
Yeah,
dude, 10 fucking movies.
And I watched almost. I saw at least the first 5 in theaters. Maybe 6.
I think
6.
I only think I've watched the first 4 movies all the way through, and I don't think I've seen any of them in the theaters.
Is Fast 6 when they CGI'd Paul Walker in the movie?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, at the end. They had the CGI because he died during the filming. 7 was the first one without him, isn't it?
7. 7's the one that they CGI'd him. Because they had the brother in 2.
Yeah.
Does he have a cameo in 8? Nope. So I saw 6, not 7. I did see 7 because I remember that really bad thing at the end. Anyway, they're worth a watch once, maybe. They're action movies. The first couple, but the rest of them are just action movies.
Well, yeah, like the first one's more like a heist film, right?
Yeah.
With car chases. The second one is pretty much just a hype film with sort of like, I guess, criminal like elements in Tokyo, right?
No, that's
the
third one.
That's the third one. The one with Ludacris.
Ludacris first.
Yeah.
And Tyrese.
Tyrese Gibson, right?
Ludacris and Tyrese instead of Vin Diesel because they didn't have faith in a sequel. And then when they realized, oh, that movie actually did well, and then they said, all right, let's do a spin-off. They do Tokyo Drift. That movie did well, I believe. And I like Tokyo Drift. A lot of people don't like Tokyo Drift.
I think all of them did, like worldwide, all of them did. Like, all of them. I don't think one of them, I think some of them have done bad here, but I don't think the vast majority of them, because there are a lot now. There's 10 fucking movies.
37% positive reviews, so not high.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit, but it still made money in the box office, so people went to go see it.
I liked it.
I thought that was like cheese. I didn't like it. When it came out, I didn't like it either. And I didn't see it until it was like released on DVD.
Oh, I saw it on, I was going to say, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on VHS, so I didn't see all of them in theaters. I saw the first one in theaters. I saw the 4th one in theaters, the 5th one in theaters, the 6th one in theaters. 7th one I did not see in theaters. Wow, remember this movie? This was Billy Bob Thornton's big break.
Oh, Sling Blade. Yeah, of course. Dude, I don't know how the fuck he's able to move his face after doing that like character for a whole movie. Like, what the fuck? Do you see how he has to contort his face to do that? In an interview, they make him do it, and he does it, and he goes, "Yeah, but you get a little sore on the jaw." I'm like, bro, they say never go full retard. They say
He
But
probably
look-
had to readjust the way he spoke forever and had to go through training to go back to the way he
you think he
originally spoke.
just method acted himself into getting stuck like that?
No, I mean, he probably got, yeah, I don't know. Some people, I mean,
I was gonna say, like, I've seen most of the Saw movies in the movie theater,
I saw the first one in theaters.
but I didn't see like I think I didn't see like the fourth one, or maybe the third one, the third and fourth one. I think I didn't see those. I saw the first and second one. No, the first one. Yeah, I think I seen the first and second one, and then the recent last three or four of them that came out. The one with Chris Rock and like all those other ones I saw in the theater.
There's a Saw with Chris Rock?
Yeah, he's one of the detectives.
What the okay.
It might be the seventh or the eighth one. I don't know. I can't remember.
You know,
But yeah,
that was a short film that two dudes made in film school, basically, by the way.
What, the first Saw?
The original was a short film.
But then how did they extend it? Like, what did they extend it or?
No, they redid it. They shot it.
So there's another version of it. There's another consolidated version of it that they originally made.
I could find the original. We could probably watch it because I don't think it's copyrighted. Really, it won a film festival, so it's probably public. Hold on. So it's this guy. Oh, you can't see the screen. God damn it.
Wait, so if something won at a film festival, it's public.
No, well, it could be sold and then printed, then it won't be. But I think the original Saw is free. Hold on. Original Saw short. So
He used Tool.
Yeah.
That was Tool.
Yeah, it was. So he plays the guy in the room.
Yeah.
So it's just.
I get it. I pretty much get it.
So
I know who's who.
We're not going to show it. I'm not going to play it. But basically, it's just a short film, so it has nothing to do with the movie. The movie is just a full version of what this.
Yeah.
But in this, he's a guy that got away. He beat the puzzle. And the detectives are like, well, if you were able to identify him, would you? And he's like, no. And they're like, why not? And they're like, well, he saved me. Because he went through this, he was a drug addict. They went through this traumatic.
Yeah, and it knocked him out of it. Like, that's the whole. That was the whole premise of it. Is like it's supposed to rehabilitate people, but like the consequence is fucking gruesome. Oh, speaking about fucking gruesome, this is more like fucking Final Destination, though.
No, I didn't see it, but now I see it. No, don't hit that. Don't hit that. Oh, okay.
And flip. Boom. Ejected. Into the power lines. It's like an action movie.
Wait, a person got thrown up there?
Yes.
Two people were in that car then because another person gets ejected on the ground.
Yeah. As it's flipping. It shoots a whole bunch of stuff out.
Look, that person goes up there,
and then there's another person, who doesn't go that high. Yeah, and then they fall on the ground, and this person hits the power lines. So, like, this is something that you see in like a shoot 'em up movie,
I'm guessing they didn't survive.
They got ejected from a car going like 60 miles an hour and got tossed into a giant mosquito fucking trap. You know, that's like a bug zapper.
Seatbelts.
Nah, probably not. Although I have heard of people getting ejected out of the car, just slipping out of the seatbelt. Like there's been people who had seatbelts on who got ejected from Jeeps because they didn't have their doors or the roofs on. You know,
Yo, he got thrown far.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Boom, boom. It hit that pole with so much momentum that it spun around like that and had, wow.
He goes far, man.
This is some educational shit for you. I didn't know this.
Want to hear something interesting?
I just want to, the first comment said this shit isn't true. You can just Google this and find out it's not true. How the fuck do they allow this shit to get posted?
Yep.
If you want to know whether or not a person has like schizophrenia or some other type of delusional disorder or psychosis, smell their underarms. I'm not going to advise you to put your face near other parts, right? But yeah, smell their underarms, even after washing, wearing deodorant, whatever. Thing about people with schizophrenia, delusional disorders, and other things like that, there is an unmistakable and never-changing body odor.
Okay, just give me a second.
A few moments later.
Oh my God, people, she was right. And I never knew this, probably because I'm not a psychiatrist, but wow. And it's been around from like 1960s. Shit.
Now I'm going to Google it.
But they said in the comments that it's bullshit though, Mike. Like maybe there's like a crazy pheromone or something that you give off when you're like Looney Tunes. Find anything?
Nah.
Bullshit.
I'm going to have to go with bullshit on this one.
Crazy people could smell good too?
Guess so. Excuse me. I thought it was going to blow up like glitter or something.
Nah, firebomb, bro. That's illegal though because I don't think you could. I don't think you can't make. Well, you could put a booby trap box on your porch. That's like a paint bomb or something like that. But if it's something that could like, or if the paint bomb like is rigged to explode so it takes somebody's eyes out, you could get in trouble for that. So a firebomb like that.
What about a gasoline bomb?
Dude, I'm just saying at the first sort of alarm in the neighborhood of porch pirates like fucking going and grabbing shit off of people's, like delivery off of people's porches, I am immediately devising a booby trap. Immediately. I'm coming up with something to like I don't know, like a tar and feather bomb or something like that. Like something really humiliating that you like can't get off of you. You know what I mean? I mean the best is the bank bomb. You know what I mean? The blue ink.
Yeah, but
because you could easily rig something to do like an ink bomb. So once you open the box, it triggers it and then flat, and that's it. You have fucking squid ink on your face.
I prefer doing things the old-fashioned way.
What do you mean? Like a mousetrap?
No, you wait inside the doorway by the window for them to show up, and then you shoot them with a shotgun.
I don't think that's legal either. That sort of falls into like the same thing that I said earlier as far as like maiming or harming them. I mean, you can startle them. There's nothing to say that you can't shoo somebody away. And there's also nothing that can say that I left something on my porch and somebody took it off my porch and they opened it when they shouldn't have opened it, and it had a cause and effect. Now, whether or not it harmed them, if it didn't harm them, then there's no harm, no foul. But how are you getting fucking purple squid ink off of you? You know what I mean? You just got to wait it out for 2 or 3 weeks. So you just walk around with the scarlet letter. Like, what happened to you? People are just going to be like, what happened to you? And then if you see them in the street, you'll know who the fuck tried to rob your shit. See, that's another thing. It marks them for a long enough period of time that it increases your chances of seeing them. Now check this shit out with a baby on her back, bro.
Is this real?
Yeah.
What? That baby's gonna be deaf.
That baby does not have hearing protection.
This is the same account? Why is this on the same? I don't get it.
I don't get it, dude. Why would you put your baby through that?
Old school saw. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is this a better fights in the stands moment?
Oh, this gets pretty fucking nasty. He's got him for a minute, too. Oh, that's bad. Yo, dudes with long hair need to not talk shit.
Yo, dudes with no hair need to not talk shit.
No, dudes with long hair.
I said that, long hair.
You said no hair.
I didn't. I did? Wow, I said I didn't instead of I did. With long hair should not talk shit.
Should not talk shit.
You have something on you that anyone can use to their advantage.
Yeah. You have like it's like you take your shirt off. You take your shirt off and you're trying to go no gi. They take their shirt off. They still have a gi on their head. They have a fucking weapon against them on their head.
The fuck?
They done ruined everybody's time though. Saw that, all that, but everybody was fine. These motherfuckers come tumbling down the seats. That's another dangerous thing. Don't get into fights in the fucking stands because you're on an incline and something like this is easy to happen. Like you fucking roll down that shit. This guy's too aggro. Don't go into it. Listen, we've gone to a lot of fights and we've seen like sort of little pockets of fights happening in the stands because people walk in there way too fucking amped up. They need to chill. This motherfucker should have eaten some edibles before he went in like we do. Like just, the right way.
Yeah, and the guy that's throwing the punches isn't even throwing good punches.
No.
They're sloppy overhands.
But dude,
that was a nice punch. That was a nice punch.
Kid thought he had the high ground, but he still got him though. He still got him. He got him. That's it. He got him. He got him. He looks like an idiot now. But yeah, I don't think he was hitting him hard enough. Oh, we can't hear this. It's muted, dude. Mike, it's muted.
Oh, no, it's not muted. It had the issue
Oh.
again. Wow.
Oh, you were able to hear it though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Does that mean only I'm not able to hear it, or nobody else is able to hear it?
Nobody in the chat.
Okay.
Because it says your browser has lost connection with the share screen. Try searching or sharing again. Restart browser if this continues, but it's been restarted 100 times. So. All right, you should hear it now. I'm gonna restart it though.
Yeah. Because this is a crazy story.
4 girls at a Massachusetts movie theater, then slashing 2 McDonald's employees, has been described as a weirdo by neighbors. 26-year-old Jared Ravizza is the child of mental health counselor Jason Ravizza, and neighbors say the bizarre pair would work out, tan, and go on walks together. Jared has been described as standoffish and unfriendly, while Jason would brag about Jared, claiming his child was a YouTuber and dating a model. Jared is also a suspect in a separate murder investigation.
What?
Yeah, but did you hear the first one? The person accused of stabbing 4 girls. Did you hear that story?
Yeah.
Like, it was in the news like a couple of days ago. Like, he just walked up to just a couple of random girls, I think, in a movie theater and just stabbed them.
Accused of stabbing 4 girls at a Massachusetts movie theater, then slashing 2 McDonald's employees, has been described as a weirdo by neighbors. 26-year-old Jared Ravizza is the child of mental health counselor Jason Ravizza, and neighbors say the bizarre pair would work out, tan, and go
So is this the guy that stabbed the girls?
Yeah.
on walks together. Jared has been described as standoffish and unfriendly, while Jason would brag about Jared, claiming his child was a YouTuber and dating a model. Jared is also a suspect in a separate murder investigation.
So it's basically a.
I want to know, like, he that's attempted murder, trying to stab 4 girls for no reason, right?
Yes, and they're already part of another.
And that you would call a crazy fucking psychotic thing to do, right? And his dad is a mental health counselor who he hangs out with a lot. You know, it's sort of to my story. The picture I'm trying to paint here is that eventually, like, there are people who go into professions with the good guy intent. Like there are people who become cops with the 100% good guy intent. And then there are people who become cops with ill intent and just abuse it, and they do it so they can just get an in to do their bad things later under the guise of being a police officer. Now, I think this happens with a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, in any industry, like, it doesn't matter in construction or this or that or fucking anything else. Actually, psychos do better in certain businesses. You know what I mean? But as far as like your motivations to get into something, right? One could question his dad's motivations for getting into fucking like the psychiatric field, you know, being that he pretty much raised the psycho, who is now right. Weird. He's accused of murder. He's being looked into in another murder. He's involved in another murder investigation. He stabbed 6 people.
3. I thought 3 girls. Oh, no, because he slashed 2 employees.
Yeah, at McDonald's. Right. Or it was like 4 or 5, yeah. So, what's up with that? Is this real news, though? Like, that's the thing.
That's real. Oh, they lost audio again.
Womp, womp.
Let's see. Do this.
But why isn't that, like, headline news? Like, is it because this... I mean, the guy had a look to him. I don't know if you noticed. But...
He looked trans. Or he was definitely confused with certain things.
Well, I'm saying... all I'm saying is that why is this not in the news? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
it's not in the news because it's not part of the agenda.
The story of him stabbing those girls, but they never elaborated on it, and that he's connected to, like, a murder. Like, why is there not a Dateline about this? You know, like, this shit should be, like, on 2020 or something, you know?
Because no one watches those shows anyway. They rely on videos like that one for the news. So, someone pushed, who's this guy? But why?
She pushed the priest to church service.
But why?
There's no context to this. And I don't read.
But there's words I can't read. I put this in Google Translate. Oh my God, a lot of words to translate. Oh, free translation right here.
It's gone viral again, although it happened several years ago. It is important to clarify that this is not a recent event, but from 2019. All right, fine.
A 32-year-old woman
in Brazil held
managed to mock security, climbed up the stage, pushed him off the railing. The priest fell to but unfortunately that's not a serious thing. She's bipolar, but that doesn't mean then was under psychiatric treatment.
So she heard some voices or some shit. Or she just like
apparently that's a he. But that don't look like no he where it says he. Oh, okay.
The priest?
No, never mind. He declared there was intent that his intent was they fucked up. The translation's fucked up. The woman suffered from bipolar disorder and was under psychiatric treatment. Then it says he declared that his intention was to not hurt him, but to greet the priest. But he was frightened to see security. So they refer to the she as he.
As a he. But she clearly shoved him.
Hold on, let's watch this again. No. She didn't shove him. She was trying to give him a high five. Completely
innocent. She barreled into him like a fucking like a linebacker.
She felt the spirit. All right, what is
she
this?
barreled into him like a fucking linebacker.
What in the name of?
Cheers, everybody. Smoke him if you got him. This guy's smoking the good shit, so you should be smoking the good shit too. Homeboy got up too quick.
It looks like he's having a seizure, dude.
No, that guy fucking smoked himself retarded. Yo, my question is, what the fuck was in that pipe? That's a big ass pipe.
It could have been salvia. Salvia would do that.
He stood up too fast, bro. He should have just let it pass. He got too excited. So, yo, speaking about smoking drugs, how's this Hunter Biden trial going? Been keeping up with it?
No.
They're just talking. They're talking about his gun possession and shit. So, like, that's what I think his whole the whole thing against him is gun charge. It's a gun charge, and he supposedly was smoking crack while he was a gun owner, or he was smoking crack before he purchased it and had a drug problem. I think that's the word, that he had a problem while he was buying firearms. He bought one Colt 38 Special revolver. That's it.
Gun.
It's reliable, and it's a Colt. It's a name brand, so it's a nice little pistol. But he's also now he's being tried in court in Delaware, and a lot of shit is coming out about him. You know what I mean? So he had his exes and shit flood the courtroom today. So he had all of his ex-girlfriends, I think, basically talking shit on him. I don't totally feel bad for Hunter Biden because, I sort of have a disdain for certain types of nepotism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah,
and he's definitely the national poster child for nepotism. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Gone wild, at least,
100%.
because it's because he was given a high position with some Ukrainian oil company back 2015 or some shit, 2014, and he blew that whole shit on crack. He was just smoking crack up until I think even the pandemic. I think he was crack smoking recently, pretty fucking recently.
I mean, If you smoke crack, you smoke crack.
So now him and Trump can't own a gun because I think New York City has revoked, or New York State has revoked Trump's license to carry.
Well, I was laughing. So
he's a felon now?
So he apparently had a license to carry.
Yeah.
So that means he
Well,
probably crack it all the time.
I think he has a license to carry in more than one place. You know, so he was the president. Also, I'm sure you get like national clearance to carry a pistol.
So, like, what exactly did he get charged with? What did he get convicted of?
He got convicted of falsifying documents and conspiracy to commit fraud, I think.
So nothing.
And there's 34 other charges though.
So, and basically what everyone really does in the real world all the fucking time. They literally threw a shit at a wall and saw where it would stick.
I guess in a sense,
I could name off the top of my head 24 people I know who.
This is how I see it though. I feel like both things are sort of in a similar aspect is weaponizing the judicial system. You know what I mean? Although I believe there's more validity in the crime that Hunter Biden committed. You know what I mean? But they're both essentially the same thing. It's falsifying a document, to buy a firearm, which is a crime,
A federal crime.
And so Trump was falsifying documents too. The thing is, do you think Hunter Biden's going to be found guilty while his dad is a sitting president?
So yeah.
Do you think they are going to let that happen?
Yeah, they don't give a shit about Hunter Biden.
I think the vast majority of Americans don't give a shit about Hunter Biden. He's
making a fortune selling his artwork. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so, I don't think he gives a shit either.
So
I think he'd like this to be over. I think the president would like it to be over.
I don't understand what Trump did wrong.
I think as far as Trump goes, I think him getting his license revoked is going to solidify him getting even more. If he didn't already get all of the NRA votes, if he didn't get all of the gun, like the avid gun owner votes, he's getting more. I'm not saying he's getting all of them either. I'm not saying he's getting more than he had already, and he had most of them. So a lot of people are going to jump on that bandwagon for that. It actually, him becoming a felon, and I think I said this on Sunday, it just all helped him. It all helped him. And I don't see how the Hunter Biden case is going to help, Joe Biden. And I think the DNC is going to rev up to prop up Kamala Harris, like if shit really goes down.
Oh, God, no.
And she's going to be the one to run. But I'm just going to say this, like, prediction, right? It's Kennedy, Harris, fucking the Libertarian Party guy running, and Trump. Like, who's winning? It's gonna be a Trump victory, because Kamala Harris, any votes that were going Biden are gonna drop once Kamala Harris takes over, or anybody else, or Gavin Newsom or anybody else, and they're gonna be defector votes that are gonna go probably towards Kennedy. You know what I mean? And I even say this, that it'll probably be like some crazy runoff shit where it's like Trump gets like 40-something% of the vote, and like Kennedy gets like something like 30-something% of the vote, and Kamala Harris gets in the teens or some shit. You know what I mean?
I think she's good. Yeah, she's not.
And it's going to be like the lowest. It's going to be like the lowest polling for a Democratic candidate in a long time. You know what I mean? Which I think is crazy. But, hey, there's other things happening in the world. Like, they're shooting at us in Lebanon. I think there were shots fired outside of the embassy in Lebanon. The guy had an ISIS vest on, dude. ISIS is trying to make a comeback, dude. What the fuck?
Anyone can have an ISIS vest. It's really, that's...
Yeah, you could literally... Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, this is the oldest trick in the book.
A gunman was shot and captured by Lebanese soldiers after attempting to attack the U.S. Embassy Wednesday. The Lebanese military said. The embassy is outside Beirut.
Beirut.
The attack
Yeah,
took
Beirut.
place as tension continued to simmer in the tiny Mediterranean country, where
But they don't know
2 months
anything
of
about
fighting
this guy?
between Hezbollah militants and Israeli troops has displaced thousands along the two countries' shared border.
Because this is the thing, like Hamas, Hezbollah, those guys are not ISIS. That's like a different group. You know what I mean? ISIS is something completely different. And I don't think ISIS would just send a lone gunman with an ISIS vest on. See, that's the thing. Like, did ISIS wear ISIS on their clothes? No, right? Like, they were just the guerrilla warriors, right? Like guerrilla fucking, right? They didn't have like a uniform or anything, right? Only in those videos where they're jumping along the jungle gyms and shit.
Nope, I found it. They have uniforms.
ISIS is in uniforms?
Yeah.
But does it say, is there is the acronym like on their chest or some shit? Is it like, does it say ISIS? Do they got a fucking flag? I know they might have a flag. That they may have. I know there was like an ISIS flag.
Yeah, I see ISIS flags and like patches.
Yeah, they're all
Of the
black,
flag.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wear military garb, but there's no like. It doesn't look like a
this
uniform.
arm.
That's not ISIS.
I'm just saying. That's
Yeah.
terrifying, but like
That's U.S. military, dude.
no, this
That's
is US military.
No, back. You're almost there. You just skipped over ISIS. That's ISIS. Back. That's ISIS.
Well, that's a picture with an ISIS flag, so you know this could be a fucking photo shoot.
So yeah, maybe they look like they're in uniform, but I thought most of the encounters were like people who were not like in this like there what like the uniform wasn't consistent from soldier to soldier, is what I'm saying. Like as it is with the U.S. military, or like the Russian military, or the Ukrainian military, or the British, or the Japanese, or whoever.
So
I mean, shit is getting a little tense, I guess, out there. Yeah, well,
Right.
Now in France, there's, I guess, a former Russian military guy blew up something. He blew up like I guess like an improvised like explosive device, like an IED or some shit. But I think it was like in a public place. This isn't it. There was like a terrorist
No,
act.
this isn't it. And you can't even hear it, which is annoying.
Yeah, this is from earlier in the month. No, there's I think it was just like a French terror. There was a terror explosives. Yeah, so there you go. After Ukrainian Russian man detonates explosives. Yeah, materials in hotel. It was in a hotel. There you go. That's it. Top The Guardian. Yeah, he was a 26-year-old former Russian military.
He burned himself too.
Yeah, he was the only one taken to a hospital. I don't think anybody else got hurt. But he had there was a whole plot. He was supposed to plant more bombs. I think he accidentally detonated his first one.
Oh wow, that's he popped his whatchamacallit too early.
See, now the first one outside the U.S. Embassy was a little too obvious, so it stinks to high hell, right? Maybe it is a lone crazy gunman who just wanted to be like cosplay as an ISIS soldier. The second one is the guy is 26, former Russian military, idealistic enough to bomb plot in France. So what the fuck?
They're not smart enough to do it properly.
So is it like just some sort of a cell of some sort? Are like is there now a need to worry about Russian assets going rogue and becoming terrorists or sympathizers that are able or desire to do terroristic attacks to Western countries?
I think our concern should be the border situation and who's coming into this country.
Well, which funny that you say it. I think to get all the heat off of him because of his son, Biden did like executive order to shut down all refugees coming in from the border. That now it's going to be at a standstill. Yeah, for I don't know how long, but they are not taking any asylum seekers in the southern border, at least.
Wow. Biden's new immigration order restricts asylum claims along the border. Here's how it works.
So there's that. Speaking of that, you brought it up, so it was a great segue. You know what I mean? So that is sort of what happened, I think, earlier this week. So
Biden limits asylum and shuts down border for migrants ahead of debate with Trump. Is he actually are they actually going to debate?
I'm a little upset they don't let Kennedy in on that shit. I think they should allow a third party to debate.
Yeah, they should. They really.
He already had mad people sign petition to do it, but they're not allowing it. No. Like I guess like the organization who runs the nonpartisan debates.
They can't do anything in a timely manner, and they will argue over it forever before anything ever gets done. That's politics, bro. Everything.
I mean, but you're gonna watch it though. You're gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it. You're not gonna watch the debate.
No, I'm not gonna watch the debate.
Just for the story.
No, I have to watch the debate just for the fucking show now.
It's going to be like they should. I think, and this is just my opinion, that if you put that debate on pay-per-view, it would make money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But because it is a public election, it's a public thing, you can't charge for it, and everybody has to have access to it. Which, by right, yeah, you should. And I think open debates are fucking essential for like at least our society. Even if it is going to be a shit show, like this one coming up. I just wish there was a third person. That's it. I just wish just third person.
We should. When is it live at some point? And what time is it on?
Oh, who's Trump's running mate, by the way? Did he ever fucking announce that?
I don't think either one of them announced it yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're just assuming Biden's gonna have Kamala Harris run with them, right? Like, just keep it business as usual.
She's not. Well, it's not business. I don't know how.
Not unless she says she doesn't want to do it. Like if she says like something to the effect of like, I don't want to be the vice president anymore, and then Biden is sort of stuck having to like look for like a running mate, like then that would change. But otherwise, as far as we're concerned now, we're just going to assume that he's running with her.
I think he would go if she didn't want to go. He would go with Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. But there's nothing of that. Nobody's talking anything of that.
No, not yet. But like you said, Trump didn't announce his running mate yet either. So I think there's no rush on that. There's so much shit going on, man.
This is it's starting to become like a very like the summer is, it's heating up. But it is sort of getting a little fucking, hot. But like it's just like having so many things to distract from so many other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How the hell? Okay. You used to, and I feel like you used to be able to predict what might happen next year. You know what I mean? But in the last, I want to say even post-COVID, in the last 2 years, let's just say 2022, after the end of 2022, so we're talking 2023, and then this year, the last 2 years have been fucking just bonkers. One bonkers thing after the next. And I mean it in the fashion of like, yeah, there were bigger news, like bigger world news stories back in the day, and I'm going to use this as a segue. Back in the day that we had to worry about on a grand scale, but it's like we have some of those problems now, but the circus that everything else has become has, how like technology like increases like X amount of times every year. It's like we're at the point of ridiculousness that we're just doubling over in ridiculousness by the split second. So we're building up so much momentum to where back in the day, the biggest story in the world was D-Day. D-Day was 80 years ago, I think, this weekend, right? Or is it the 6th? Today's the 5th, tomorrow, right? Or is it the 7th? June 7th.
You just said so many fucking dates. Jesus.
I think
okay.
June 7th, I think. It's Saturday.
June 6th, 1944.
June 6th. So tomorrow is 80 years that they stormed Omaha Beach, Normandy, fucking that whole shoreline, and invaded Europe.
Yeah.
But that was the news story, and you didn't really. There was ridiculousness that maybe happened in your personal life, and maybe on like a local level that you knew about, like the village idiot or the village drunk, But like if the president's son smoked crack and bought a gun, or like if this president didn't want to, like what's the 1920s equivalent is like saying like, oh, like fucking. Roosevelt slept with some flapper. Now he has to pay her fucking $20,000 to keep her mouth shut. And it's like, maybe that happened too. And that wasn't such a fucking big deal. I really think the Clinton thing broke everything wide open, because now all sorts of things like that are under scrutiny. Being that we're in 2024 and Me Too happened, and like all that shit is now like a part of the culture in the United States, is to be aware of, misbehavior like that. So when it pops up, it becomes sensational, and our technology just makes sensational. That's why we talk about it, because it's just sensational with it. You know what I mean? When instead we should be talking about like, and we do get into it. I know me and you do, about like how fucked up the rest of the world is. It's not just us.
No. It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere.
Yeah. I feel like it's just different. It might be different for China, but they have their own fucking stupid shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like their stupid shit is different than our stupid shit, but it's still stupid shit.
Yeah, like you could light their sky on fire. You know what I mean? Because of the chemical pollution and shit, and like or the river. Like wasn't it like there's like a river you could light on fire? You know what I mean?
Listen. We need to do more of that here. We need to get some shit done. Start manufacturing shit here.
When we were polluting the environment, we were getting plenty of fucking shit done.
We need to go back to polluting the environment to get shit done, to beat our enemies.
I don't think we ever stopped. I think it's just a different kind of like we have probably stopped polluting the environment with certain specific like materials and chemicals, but I don't think we've stopped polluting the environment. I mean,
of course,
technically, on a simple scale, just as humans, like we shit. And if we shit too much in one spot, it pollutes the area, right? So it's gonna happen. We're just gonna make more shit.
Shit never ends.
It's got to go somewhere. The shit never ends, and it's got to go somewhere, and it happens a lot. And you got to do something about it, right? So, I mean, But if we I try not to waste and make garbage, but
And
it is a
much
byproduct
like
of humanity.
shit always happens, things always have to come to an end.
Are we saying goodbye, Mike? Saying peace out to
No,
our
it worked.
dipshits?
Why didn't it
Oh,
work?
later, dipshits. Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30. We'll just be talking about some stupid shit. And just
The
fall
not so
down the rabbit
racist
hole.
comment. Shame.